Rose to Covington. To Towns, down low. No good.
You can't fall in love with the jump shots. You have to find ways to maybe even get to the free throw line. Keep your team in the game by putting points on the board.
Rose to Towns. Rose on the drive, but it won't go down. And a whistle.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Fultz to Embiid. Joel Embiid. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation, whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
To Redick. Off the assist.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Great feed, sets it up. Tough-looking shot there, still gets it to go down.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency, you heard me correctly, a sense of urgency, you will get a great shot every possession.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Rose to Covington. Robert Covington with the strong finish.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
And a rim rocker, Joel Embiid. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Simmons with it. The margin standing now at 7. Markelle Fultz to Redick. To Simmons. Towns. Great dish to set it up. Rose doesn't have the touch. No good. To Redick. Butler. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Covington. Rose. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
And a throwdown.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game.
Redick. Can't get the bounce. Rose into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Personal foul. Team foul.
Andrew Wiggins at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Butler matched up with Wiggins. Going to launch beyond the arc. You on top. Jimmy Butler, contested 3. He buries it.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall. Oh, and Wiggins up to block the shot.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Rose into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
The free throw is good. It's back to a 1-point game. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Butler. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Minnesota at the controls. He'll put it up at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. It's the Sixers out in front. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the 4th quarter. We've got a 1-possession game going on. This has the look of a race that's going down to the wire.
And it looked that way from the very beginning, but this is where the coaches and the best players on the floor really earn their money. Down the stretch, it's game time.
Almost, and he's not getting the call. McConnell, great feed. Throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Fultz to McConnell. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Jeff T. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. To McConnell. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Teague with it up top. His guys now trailing by a point.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
To Wiggins. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Fultz into the front court. He'll run the offense. From the painted area, won't go down. Teague with the basketball. His guys now down by a point. They get it down for Towns. To Gibson. With a drop step. 24-second violation. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Markelle Fultz. Stuffs it down with authority.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Teague matched up with Jimmy Butler. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Jeff Teague. Fultz. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Yes, Andrew Wiggins. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Now that's rejected by Towns. Beyond the arc for 3. And a putback slam.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Fultz with the basketball. Leads 3. And that's rebounded by the Timberwolves. Wiggins to Rose. That's blocked by Johnson.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Wiggins. Good on the layup.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Butler. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. And Jay, they called the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Rose. No good, and no foul. Another follow, no good, and they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Leads just a point. Fultz. And the rebound taken in by Towns. To Teague. Towns. Rose. Sixers with the rebound. To Simmons. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw try, off the mark. Rose into the front court. His guys down 3. To Towns. Blocked by Embiid. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. McConnell to Simmons. McConnell. They go down low to Simmons. The shot denied by Towns.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Derrick Rose slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got on an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Teague to Rose. To Towns. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Butler to Redick. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
Here's Simmons with it up top. They trail by 1. And stuffs it home.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Sixers call for time. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot?
Visit our team website for the latest news, videos, interviews, and features. You can get all that and more, including the opportunity to attend the post-game press conference. Visit the website for your chance to win.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Redick. To Simmons. Goes to the left side, and this will be out of bounds off of Butler. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they just squeak this one out by a point. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.